I'm Caitlin from Candid Content, and I am sponsoring today's episode of I'll Do the Talking. You should like, comment and subscribe, and if you are an engaged couple, you're going to get so much joy out of this podcast and all the suppliers that are on it. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram and Facebook at Candid Content.
Hi, I'm Lauren from Something New Content, and I am sponsoring this episode of I'll Do the Talking. All you have to do to help the guys out is comment, like, subscribe, share to your social media. If you want to book a content creator, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook or TikTok.
Weddings are a whirlwind. 1 minute you're walking down the aisle, the next you're on the dance floor wondering what happened in between.
And half of the magic that's happened, well, couples don't even see it until someone shows them it later on.
That is why we've brought in two of my fellow wedding content creators to chat about how we captured every laugh, tear, sneaky little dance move. So hello to Caitlin and Lauren. Thank you so much for joining us and I'll Do the Talking.
Thank you for having us.
Now, I never really recognised you there without holding some sort of stick. Although I'm not so sure that's a thing anymore.
Sometimes.
Not so
Not,
much.
I don't use it as much now.
I've given mine.
I'm quite a hand for a wee free
You
hand.
gimbal free hand?
Yeah.
Just going rogue.
Especially
Do you
if
know what I
you've got two phones.
And you're trying to do both
Yeah.
of them at the same
Yeah.
time. Get the
It's
reactions
like
in.
patting
think
your
it-
belly and rubbing your head or whatever it is. Doing using two phones at the one time.
How have you ended up with two phones though? Is it because your contract was renewing? You think, I'll just keep that one?
Yeah. Or you steal your husband's.
I like that. I like it.
I think it was a brand thing though at the beginning, wasn't it? Because it kind of people were recognised as being, this is my piece of equipment
Mhm.
Yeah.
type of thing. And
Mhm.
then you've seen all sorts of variations of the frames and what have you.
Right,
Quite like the look of them,
yeah.
actually massive ring lights and,
Yeah.
or not ring lights, but lights attached to them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're good
Uh,
for some things, but I quite like just going freehand
Yeah.
now.
I think it's more stress sometimes when you're trying to keep it still with the gimbals and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. I
uh.
feel like you have more control.
So listen, we can't go any further in the podcast before we listen to your I'll Do the Talking vows. So I've already given them, of course, there. So Caitlin,
Mhm.
let you go first and followed by Lauren. So off you go.
I, Caitlin from Candid Content, solemnly swear on this podcast mic to reveal the real stories that never make the grid, to confess that sometimes the blippers are better posts, to chase goals in hour like it's my full-time job, and with Caitlin keeping me in check like a Dropbox notification, and George photobombing the aisle today, I'll do the talking.
That was a good one. These are surprises to me every week, so I'm always just as shocked as you guys are when you're reading.
I love a
That's
good
funny.
Dropbox. I know that everybody uses different ways of getting it, but it's a good
Yeah.
one. And Lauren, over you?
I, Lauren from Something New Content, solemnly swear on this podcast mic to keep it real and never over-filter the truth, to edit into the dead of the night like there's no tomorrow, to vow that confetti always looks better in slow motion. And with Caitlin, a fellow content creator in crime, spying on my styling, George, and with George ready to officiate this pod like it's a ceremony of content, today I'll do the talking.
Love
Yeah.
that. And now it's out in the open.
Absolutely. What about Brandon? Let's talk about Brandon for a minute. So I feel quite like I am leading this
Yeah.
podcast, by the way. It's me against you
Yeah.
three. You are absolutely turning into a guest. We've
Aw.
done a Celebrant episode, by the way,
I
With
felt
my
gang of
colleagues
now. I
from-
felt out the loop, so it's your turn now.
with my colleagues from Fuse Ceremonies, and that Caitlin was loving it. It was like 1 against 3, so I feel I'm kind of back in control of this now.
You're
You
the
can
boss
still
here.
ask him questions though.
Okay.
But Brandon, so we've got Insta Love Story,
Mm-hmm.
Something New Content, and Candid Content.
Yep.
Is it by Caitlin?
Sometimes I switch in the wee by Kate, but it's just Candid Content for the...
Candid
for the
Content.
most
So we've
time, yeah.
got content in your brand name.
Mhm.
We've got content in your brand name. I'm to yours.
Likes to be different.
Just
Likes to
can't
be
be bothered.
different.
Just thought we'll make it really difficult for people to figure out what it is.
It is kind of difficult though, because the how many variations of you've seen content creator
Mhm,
names
yeah,
around
absolutely.
that can instantly identify you as that's what that person does. Do
Yeah.
Yeah.
you think that's important?
I think with it being such a new thing, and people still, I still get the question, what is it you do?
Mhm,
What is content? It's still a question that gets asked all the time. So I think just having it in the end of your name clears up any
Gives it
Yeah.
identity.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Was
guess
that
so.
important when you were picking your name, Caitlin?
Yeah, I think so. I think Candid Content for me just came from I wanted it to be straight on the tin. Like, it is Candid bits, and I'm not trying to steal, you know, other things from weddings. I'm just there to get your behind the scenes. So yeah, I think
I was too much on I needed a pun.
I
just
Insta's
really
quite good though.
So I mean, most people don't know, but mine has like 3 different meanings behind it. So it's like Insta love story for like Instagram.
Uh-huh.
It's like that's the main place that you're going to find
you
me on Instagram.
Taylor Swift.
Insta as if
No?
Insta love story as if it's a love story.
Yeah.
So if you go to my website, it says underneath it, "Baby, just say yes."
Oh.
No one's ever actually picked up on it.
Oh.
I'm like, come on,
I love
guys.
that.
And then also like Insta, it kind of sounds like instant because you get it back so fast.
Yeah.
So there's secret
the
meanings
puns.
in there, guys.
You really
All the
thought about
puns.
People
that.
don't know, but I'm really smart up there.
I like that. I like that.
So listen, you've done a number of weddings now, I'm sure, but you know, was there a pinpoint, a moment, a kind of chaotic moment in the bridal prep or later on in the dances or during the ceremonies, or something that really sticks out?
I think I had quite a chaotic moment. It was at my Enterkin wedding, which was back in May, and it was after everything, so it was between like the dinner and the night time, and we went back out just with the bride and groom to get a champagne shot, and the groom, had never done a champagne shot before, so he was like, "How do you do this?" And I was like, "You just hold the top and you shake it, and not at the bride." So he decided to shoot it right at the bride, so she had champagne all up her face, all done, and he still didn't realise what he'd done.
Right.
She's like shouting her name and stuff, and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh
Like,
no.
thought it was the best. So
Absolutely ringing.
And the
Yeah.
thing is, you
I would
only
kill.
have like 12 seconds maximum.
Oh, aye,
After
before it
that, it's
flops.
done.
It's done,
yeah.
It's
Once that
done. It's
recycle's gone,
over.
it's
Yeah.
gone.
After that point, so it's not even as if you can go,
Absolutely.
let's redo
Let's try
that
it again.
unless you've got bottles on bottles. But
Absolutely.
yeah, it was so.
I thought you were going to, when you talked about champagne, I thought it was going to be the old tower thing.
Oh, I've not done one of them
Yeah,
actually.
like
It went
them.
really calm.
oh,
Aye.
I as if it was
It
going
takes a while to flow down, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a bit
That-
of an anticlimax.
Aye.
Yeah,
You know.
they
Much better
usually.
with
I
the
like when
shaking.
they fill up some of them so
Yeah,
that
so
it's
it's like-
basically just to get the effect
Yeah.
of it.
Aye,
Like,
pre-done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Lauren? What's your kind of chaotic memory?
Oh, well, I have actually been stopped by the police in a bridal car. And
Okay.
we'd done honestly, the bride was getting ready at home and travelling to the venue, and it was
Right.
quite a distance. It was like from kind of Ayrshire to Glasgow way,
Aye.
and the bride was already running late, like half an hour, and she gets in her car, and I've actually got her on film saying, right, to the driver in the big white car, pace it, we're going to be late. And he was like, okay, wee old guy, he's pacing it, and I'm behind the car, and Nino, and the she got pulled over, and the driver got done for speeding, and I was like, I've got it on film.
Did you pull over with
Well, I
them?
pulled over behind because I was like, I wonder what's
Oh, well,
happening.
like, genuinely, is there something wrong? Or
something
do I need to
wrong?
help them?
Uh-huh.
Aye,
So I
aye.
pulled over behind them,
Wow.
and yeah, the poor driver got done for speeding. Luckily, the bride was
I was going.
laughing.
So what I'm hearing though is you were behind that, so you were also matching the speeds.
Disclaimer.
Don't say anymore, you might be incriminated.
Exactly.
Caitlin, how did your vision all start then? What made you kind of get into the content world?
I'd been doing it for like brands and businesses for maybe like 4 years and stuff. I was working with like L'Oreal, Garnier, and stuff like that. But that like it wasn't very creative. Like you got a
A
list to
brief
do,
and-
and you had to stick to that.
This
Um,
with an agency or something you're working with, or are
No,
you
just
self-employed?
like I just sort of done it like on the sides of
Ah.
doing like my full time job. So yeah, it just wasn't really fulfilling like the creative wee sparkle I needed.
Right.
And then obviously we got engaged in things, and I was like, no, I really like the idea of doing that for someone's wedding. So, reached out on Instagram to a bride that I knew was getting married in it was about 2 weeks' time, and said, "Do you have anyone?" And she was like, "Actually, no, I've not even got a videographer or anything. Like, I'd be happy if you came along." And I was like, "Well, disclaimer, this is like my first wedding,
Yeah,
just so you know."
open and honest, yeah.
And she was like, "No, that's completely fine. Like, fire right in." Got there and done it. It was one of the best weddings I've done. No, it was my first one. It was one of the best like couples. She still like messages all the time and checks in. She's like, "You're doing so well."
Oh,
But
that's so
yeah, it's so much
sweet.
more creative, and it just means you can like you've got so much more freedom to do it for like the couples, and it's just specific to them. So it's so much better than
Mm-hmm.
brands and businesses. Although, thanks very much to the brands and businesses.
Give you a boost. I know. But we were the same because when you started, I kind of reached out to a couple of my couples saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
do you want a kind of bit of content done for
Yeah.
for free, basically, to
Mhm.
to kick you off?" Was that similar
Absolutely.
for you, Lauren?
Yeah, pretty much. I was a 2024 bride and just loved the idea of, getting everything the next day. I had a content creator at my wedding, BTS bestie, shout out, amazing. Like, couldn't thank her enough, and I'll never forget the feeling, like, the next day waking up and having everything just to watch over again. Like, you know, like, after your wedding, it's like one in, one out, you're leaving and your welcome signs in the car park and the next bride's in, you know, like with
Where
their
was your big
pyjamas
day?
on,
Yeah.
Loch Green in Troon.
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
Nice. And so to just like be not deflated, but then just totally picked back up again, I was like, I want to make someone else feel like that.
Aye.
And I always loved, I had cameras and stuff and took them traveling and just always loved like taking photos. And when content came about, I just thought I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And something new was born.
Something new. And with the something new part, Caitlin's explained about the candid part, that was important to you. So something new is playing, I think, on the rhyme.
Something
Which,
new.
by the way, we've
something
done a
old,
full
something-
episode on something
Yes,
new,
I've
something
seen
for
that.
something old, something
I
new.
did see that. Yeah, I think just it was something new in the industry, like at the
And
time.
it's a double meaning now.
So it was a kind of double meaning, and it was something new to me as well. You know,
Aye.
starting out a new journey.
Exactly.
And
Best
how
thing I ever
important
did.
is it? You mentioned there about that kind of waking up feeling. So you're creating that, but you're going to experience it. I hope you're going to experience it as well when your big day comes around. So is that important to have that lived moment in your brain?
For sure. Yeah, like speaking from obviously experience of being a bride, you know what it feels like. You'll love it. It's the best. Did you have a content creator? It
We're
wasn't
not
a thing.
We're not a thing.
It was probably months away, wasn't it? Maybe months away.
I just remember the next day the WhatsApp chat getting filled
Yeah.
up with
Yeah.
you know, stuff from you guys, stuff from my mum, stuff from my sisters, and then when we were getting our photos done, I had positioned my best friend and kind of away from the rest of where the family were all kind of hiding, and was like, take every picture. And she got like really funny bits in between and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And some of those photos are my favourite photos from the wedding day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I got to see it from like her angle. And I was like, how interesting is that? And then kind of thought about it more and started looking into it a bit more and thinking, loads of Americans are getting really good stuff. We tried our best to do TikToks. I think I've got one. The rest of them all unfinished.
You
and
started them and you can't finish them.
now I'll never be able to finish them, and thought, someone's doing this and they're not in the wedding party because this is too clean.
Yeah.
And no bridesmaid is sober enough to
To be made it like this.
Aye, to have
what's
the
going on?
responsibility.
And then started looking into it and thought, yeah, I've got to do that.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
There's tons of stuff, and I think I've seen both of yours talking about this on your pages about explaining what it is to be a content creator. And one of the my version of this, by the way, is I always say this to couples: if you could follow yourself around on your wedding day and capture some stuff, that's what a content creator is. And people say, "Oh, that's probably what it is," and I can see it straight away. I can see it the next day. So what is it? I have seen some of the stuff. So Caitlin, how would you summarise what the role is?
I usually say it's just like your best friend's point of view. Like it takes so much pressure off of like your bridesmaids and like your guests of like in the morning, especially the bridal prep. So when your bridesmaids are trying to like make sure they're getting like funny videos with you or wee selfies and stuff, if you're there getting it, it's basically like everything from your best friend's point of view, except she's also going to be in all of the videos and all of the pictures and things. Like I know a lot of people still think you're just like the person that walks around with the iPhone. Like at the wedding, they're always like, "What are you doing?"
The wee lassie with
The
the
wee
iPhone.
lassie with the iPhone.
Yeah.
I did have a wedding last week, and it was an older guy in the front row. He must have been like in his 80s, and he was like, "Can you come here?" And I was like, "Oh no, he's going to be like, what are you doing? Why are you holding an iPhone waiting for this bride to video?" And he's like, "What is it you're doing?" And I tried to explain it like I'm taking the videos on my phone, and I had my wee camera with me as well. And he's like, "You know what, Hen? I think that's absolutely fantastic. That just fits in your wee bag. That's great." And I thought, at least you're understanding.
I thought you were going to say it. I've had a few ceremonies where I've done the whole announcement about phones off and like keep it away and social media rules. And then there's a random uncle in their 80s with the iPad out. Like totally just giving it the whole thing. And despite the warnings, then the groom said, "It's all right, he's exempt."
There's usually one that you go,
"That's my Uncle
they're
Jimmy,
going to
he's
do it
exempt."
anyway. They're going to do it anyway.
What's your
If it's
explanation?
an iPad, we'll let him off, wee man, please. I think Caitlin hit the nail on the head, really. Just very much a candid point of view. Like, I think a big important part of it is moments that get missed by the bride and groom. Like,
Mm.
when you're from experience, you'll soon know, like, you are so unaware of everything
Yeah.
that is going on. I
Mm.
remember walking down the aisle and not even looking at my husband, so I don't even know if I didn't have a content creator, I wouldn't have even knew if he had like cried or anything. Like, so moments that you're so heightened and just
Yeah.
up to here, to be able to watch it all back, moments that you would totally have missed, that you could never get back had you not had.
Mm.
I think something that's very important that people kind of forget with that is we're in the wedding industry. We know weddings inside and out.
Yeah.
So we are there to help think of the things that you can't think about, because you will never think
Mm.
about them on your wedding day
Yeah.
or when it's your best friend. You don't know these things are happening, and
Mm.
neither you should
Yeah.
know certain things
Mm.
are happening.
Absolutely.
But that is what our job is to do, to go and get these things while that you're doing something else,
Mhm.
or sneakily being somewhere, or maybe helping organise something that is going to help them in 10 minutes' time that
Yeah.
they didn't know that stress was going to be there.
Yep.
We can foresee it and help it.
Mm.
Absolutely.
And you're bringing a lot of that as well. It's
Mhm.
not just there
Mm.
and taking, the content. You're
Standing.
helping a lot on the day as well.
You're running through that
Um,
hotel looking for the uncle that's been missing, and you're trying to get the drinks and the food in, and
Yep.
you've got your wee light up because there's something happened with the dress, and
Yeah.
they're trying to stitch it back up. So your wee ring lights there helping that. So
Mm.
Taking the bride to the toilet.
yep.
Yeah, the amount of people that I've dressed, by
Yep.
the way, is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
So that mums don't need to do it
Mhm,
to enjoy
they
the
can do the
first
first
look.
look,
There's
yep.
so many wee moments that people don't realise that come behind it with
Yeah.
Mhm.
experience. So it's nice to go, yeah, it's more than just a lassie with an iPhone.
Yep.
So it is.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about emotion. I see it all the time, especially in the ceremony bit, but you probably see it at speeches, ceremony, and what have you. But what's the biggest emotional moment you've seen?
I had a bride do a baby. In fact, we worked together. It
Aw.
was the wedding
Oh
at
gosh,
the
aye,
weekend
recently,
there,
wasn't
and
it? Aye,
she
aye.
did a baby reveal.
Oh,
She announced that she was having a
How
baby.
did you do that? I never found out. Was
They
it
did
speeches?
it at their speech,
Right.
and he stood up and said, "We're just going into married life on this new adventure, but we're also going into a new adventure as mum and dad." And she popped up with the scan picture, and there was not a dry eye.
Ah.
Everybody was so. I was behind the phone like
I know.
sobbing. It was just so nice, and
Ah.
like I have obviously two phones, so I was able to capture them and also capture like everybody laughing and crying. And she
Mm.
sent me a big love and oh my god, I can't believe like
Mm.
how good it was to be able to see them and watch it all
Different
back,
reactions,
like
aye.
so
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
And did they do
Sobbing.
it? Because usually the groom speech is kind of first, is it? It's not last, is it?
Second, it's usually the dad, then the groom, then
Aye.
the best
But
man.
did they do it that way?
Yeah. Mhm.
So the best man had to follow that?
Yeah, the best man had to follow that.
Oh,
Yeah. He
I was
did
thinking
well, he was
about were they
pretty
going to
funny.
do that a slightly different order, but everybody's like heads everywhere else. Didn't matter what that best man said, by the
No,
way.
aye.
He got away with it.
Absolutely.
The groom get away with it. Didn't matter what he said.
Yeah. No, he did well.
Oh, so that's the biggest,
I
a
know.
big one, yeah.
For
That's so
sure. For
Anything
sure.
springing in for you, Caitlin?
Probably not an emotional. Well, it was an emotional moment, I guess. I had a wedding a few weeks ago, and it was a mixed family. So the bride had her own kids, and the groom had his own kids.
Mhm.
And I'm standing waiting for the bride to come up. The groom said he was not going to cry that day, and I was like, "Yes, you definitely are." And the flower girl came up, who was the groom's daughter, and I
Mhm.
think she was 9, and she just burst into tears, and that was me. As soon as I seen her crying, I was like, "No, that's it." And then they had The
Aye.
Greatest Showman was their aisle song. The bride was
Oh,
crying, the groom was crying, every bridesmaid was crying, and I was like, "That's
Aye.
me. That is it. The tears are here.
Wow.
I'm sorry."
I'm glad to hear
Wow.
that other people cry behind the
Oh.
phone
Yeah.
because I
It's real.
can't help myself.
Mhm.
Me too. It's so bad.
Mhm.
I mean, well done to you actually reading the stories and staying strong for the rest
Yeah.
of us out here, because the rest of us behind the camera went, "Oh my god," trying to edit us crying out the back of it and post.
We're as invested as they are in their own wedding.
I know.
I seen a recent one actually, and the content creator I was working with sent me it, which is a great thing, by the way,
Mhm.
because you guys send me content now.
Yeah.
Which actually, I used to take a lot of content, a lot more than I do now, because you guys are taking it.
Taking it for you.
Which is which is nice. But this one, there was 5 bridesmaids, and each one, as they came down the aisle, when they got to the end of the aisle, I think it was because the first one done this first, but she went to the groom, big kiss and cuddle. So everybody done it. I thought, that's actually quite a nice wee gesture.
Yeah.
You know, for me, kind of feel really welcomed, and it really calmed him down as I'm sort of sprinkling water in his face and crying.
Yeah.
What about kids at weddings? So they give you so many moments.
Kids. Kids are mad.
Well, you're a nursery teacher, so
Aye.
people must love you for
Yeah.
letting out all
Oh.
sorts of random bits of nonsense
That's
to
it.
go, I know how to get you to calm down.
Yeah. Well, usually when the photographer's taking the photos, I'm always the one to get the baby to laugh. You know, I'm like, whatever faces, I'll not make them to get whoever to laugh or pay attention. Yeah, it does go in my favour. Obviously, I see kids all during the day, during the week. So it's nice to have adult conversation at the
Yeah.
weekend.
But I suppose kids' moments, like tantrum moments, are also kind of cool to catch.
I always feel mixed about this. I go, if someone looks at me filming this right now, they're going to think that witch. But see, in 2 years, this is
You'll
even
laugh
in
at it.
3 months.
It's
You'll
going to be
laugh at
That's
it.
funny.
so funny.
Yeah.
And I promise it will get funny. Just ride through it. And I'm like, oh, this
You'll
is
thank
so
me.
awkward. But you will thank me later.
And they're so unpredictable kids, you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Oh, walking down the aisle, not walking down the aisle.
Yeah, usually not. Aye.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I always say to couples, listen, you get what you get with the weddings, and
That's
if
it.
they end up walking, or they need to walk together, or 2 or 3 people going down the aisle, then just do that.
I quite
sure-
like a furry child as well, though. Quite like a wee dog at a wedding.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
aye,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I like a wee furry
100%.
child. Mhm.
Aye. Aye, there's nothing better than that, especially. You've got a dog, haven't you?
Yeah, he's gonna be my
You got a
ring
dog,
bearer.
Lauren?
Yes.
Yeah, all
he
right,
was
I'll
my
dog
ring
lover.
She was my ring bearer.
Oh really? Okay, I
Nina,
was just going to
yeah.
talk about that. Aye. Oh,
The
cool.
only thing that stresses me out is because then they get so excited
Yeah.
and then you just go, get your paws away from that dress.
Yeah.
Don't jump up, and they can't help it, but they're so
I
excited.
know.
But you're like, stay down.
No, don't jump on me.
Aye, exactly.
The stress from that.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Just need to get them to calm down first.
We've used the word candid a lot, and kind of, in the background, and that's kind of definitely the whole brand of a content creator for sure. But do you ever find yourself like staging some shots yourself, or do you have discussions like that with brides? Like, listen, I quite fancy doing this with you. You up for it, type of thing. It's nothing to do with the videographer, nothing to do with the photographer that's on duty. What experience does that kind of spring up in your mind?
Yeah, a few times. Like I've had brides sending me TikToks like, "Oh my gosh, I love
Aye,
this.
an
Can we do
example of
this?"
it. Aye.
Or I like this trend, or oh, I love like the newspaper shot. Like, can you do that? Like things like that.
Yeah.
And often the things that they'll send to me and say I like this, they will also send to the photographer, videographer. But yeah, sometimes I do.
I've done more weddings where there's not a videographer than a photographer. I'd say probably like 70% of the weddings I've done haven't had a videographer. And I do enjoy that as well. I feel like there's more room in the ceremony to like jump about because you're not feeling like you're getting in the way of any video cameras or anything. But usually in like the questionnaire that I send to the brides before, or grooms, before the day, it says like, is there anything in particular that you want staged? Is there any TikToks? Because you really need to make an extra bit of time to do TikToks in the morning. There's not enough
Yes.
time to do that.
Can we actually talk
Yeah.
about that? TikToks isn't a 2-minute
No.
task.
No, it
people.
isn't.
Timelines must change.
Absolutely.
An average of one TikTok takes 15 minutes to shoot.
Mhm.
And it's not the shooting of the TikTok, it is telling everybody what to do, practicing it, because you've probably also not told your bridesmaids, even though we ask you to,
Yeah.
telling your bridesmaids what's going on, and then cleaning up behind everybody
Yeah.
Oh,
True.
and making the room tidy. So
Yeah.
a 2-minute TikTok often takes 15 minutes. Now,
Mhm.
when we're shooting it, very quick to do, but we also probably want more than one take.
Oh yeah,
so
you can never do
that
it in one take.
you know
Yeah.
that
You've got
you get it
options.
right. So that's something that needs to be built in,
Mhm.
especially if you're someone who wants like 5 TikToks.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need like half an hour to really get into that. So
Mhm.
Is it
Let-
something you get requested a lot?
I do TikToks
All
all
time.
the time.
Do you?
All the time. I probably do at least 1 or 2 trends with most people.
Really?
To be honest, it's so popular. People absolutely
Love it.
love it.
But I suppose that in effect is because you're all getting booked for different reasons. I
Mhm.
get booked as a celebrant for a different reason, the next celebrant, and you get booked as a content creator because people really connect with you, don't they,
Mhm,
originally?
yeah.
So what is it you ensure you do to get a connection? Why do you think people make an inquiry in the first place? What is it they think they've seen about you, about your page and stuff like that, Caitlin?
I put that in my inquiry form and say, like, why did you choose Candid Content?
You
Like, why did
gather
you,
info, aye.
why did you think about Candid Content? Some of them just leave it blank, and I think they're the sort of people that are just inquiring with a lot of people, maybe to get
Aye, just
Yeah, a
scatter them.
price, and that's
Of
fine.
course, that's yeah.
Some of them are saying like they like that I yap a lot on TikTok, which is very true. I just like to talk to myself. Really,
Nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
I'm a big yapper. So some people just like that, and some people just say that they like the actual content that's put up. So I think I just
Aye.
try and put like a variety of things on the pages, whether that is a trend or whether it is like a highlight reel from someone's full day or whatever, so that they can get like a variation
Mhm.
of different things that you do rather than just
Mm.
like one trend that's popping up all the time or
Mhm.
something. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because it is the shop window into the
Mm-hmm.
Insta page, really, is your kind of
It's like your portfolio.
Yeah.
Mhm.
portfolio of
Yeah.
stuff that you've put together.
It's the first thing people see, you know.
Aye.
It's also trying to find, you know, you'll go through a stage whenever you're kind of first starting out and things to go like, what is your style? What
Mhm.
really suits you as a person?
Mhm.
And I think that can also change with the couple. I often say to people, I'll be what personality you need me to be.
Mhm.
Mhm.
See, if you need me to phase into the background and you don't want to know I'm there, that's fine. If you need somebody hyping you up and in your face and giving you all the compliments,
Mhm.
I'll do it too.
Yeah.
If you want me to tell you to make sure to pose that way because your bum looks bigger and you look skinnier that way, I'm happy to do that too.
Mhm.
It's like what that couple needs. And I think you can often tell one from looking at their Instagram
Mhm.
what kind of
Mhm.
people they are. And then obviously, like any consultations and stuff, you'll get a
Yeah.
vibe to go, I need to be this person for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Reading the
Um,
room on the
yeah.
day.
Mhm.
As soon as you get in the morning, you know what kind of day you're going to have. Like if you've got a bride that's really, really nervous, just like what you said, you know what hat you have to wear
Uh-huh.
that day.
At least until like some certain point you can go, right, let's just let her be
Yeah.
until after the ceremony and then go, okay,
We're
right,
ready.
we're ready
Yeah.
to go now. You've calmed down. You've calmed down.
Mhm.
Thinking of that, about the points in the day, is there any point where there's been something that the couple would have totally missed or maybe like forgotten about, or something that they've not realised that's going on that maybe you're capturing elsewhere from it? Is there anything that comes to mind to go, oh, they had no idea this was happening actually, but this is the real truth of
Yeah.
what was going on?
Loads.
Yeah, yeah.
Loads of things, I guess. Funny things, nice moments that like the couple that I did a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why they do this. Maybe you know the answer, George. Like, you know how they have pick a seat, not a side kind of
Mm.
theme, but often the groom's side you would sit on the groom's side or the bride's side, but then you can't see your
Yeah.
family.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if
Aye,
you're
there's
sitting,
definitely a
so
trend of
traditionally,
swapping that round now.
yeah. Oh, is there?
So
Aye, aye.
traditionally it was the groom stands on the right hand side and the groom's family is on the right hand side. I done this for my own wedding, and I swapped you guys around. So I
Oh,
stood on
that's
the
good.
left and I had my
Mm.
friends and family, like my closest,
See your face.
on the
type of
right,
thing, aye,
so that
yeah.
they could look at me, not the back of my
Yeah.
head,
Mhm.
and so that I could look at them to make myself feel calm.
That's such a good idea.
Something that I done that not a lot of people do is a first look, and I done that for the reason that I wanted to. Enjoying my ceremony was very important to me,
Yeah.
because without the ceremony, I know you'll very much agree on it, but there's no point in
No.
having the day without the ceremony.
No, of course.
And I think if anything, COVID kind of taught us that. I got engaged during COVID time and married coming out of that. So I had in the back of my head at any point I could have 20 people.
Mhm.
So nothing matters.
Yeah,
As long as I'm getting married, that's all that matters.
absolutely.
And that was like really important to me. So I thought I want to have those people that I know that are with me every day and that have been there and saw me grow up. I need to look at their faces
Yeah.
as well as my partner. So I'm really enjoying that.
Absolutely.
Sometimes
Kinda
it's just a
swap
couple
around.
that switch round, or sometimes
Yeah.
it's the groom will be here and his family will be there, but people behind them, I think generally people do sit on sides still,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think it's definitely a dying tradition of
Yeah.
the because you could get, and you probably see it yourself, there could be the groom's side of the family's massive, but the bride's isn't, and vice versa. So
Yeah.
actually, that means that half would be tiny.
Yeah,
There's
of
only a
course.
finite amount of
Yeah.
seats that are available, isn't there?
Of course.
It's like that scene in Up when Carl and Ellie get married, and Ellie's side is like filled at the end of the church, and Carl's has like 2 rows of people,
Aw.
and it's like, oh, that's
Such a
sad.
shame.
You're like, fill the other side, people, make it equal.
Sorry, my point to that was that the groom couldn't see his family,
Mm.
and so I was able to capture all of the groom like parents' reactions,
Mhm.
and the dad was just sobbing, like so emotional, and the
Yep.
mum, and they
Mm.
were comforting each other, and just but the groom couldn't see that.
Mhm.
He couldn't see any of
Mhm.
what was going on because it was all behind him. So yeah, to
Mm.
answer your question, I guess this is pretty important. As
Mm.
well.
Yeah, and if people are unsure about hiring a content creator, what's your best pitch to people? You know, what's that wee paragraph you always send, or what's that thing that you always say to people to go, this is really why you need us?
I think the biggest selling point is that you get it all back essentially the next day or within like 48 hours usually. That's what like it is. It's usually 24, 48 hours.
Mm.
So I think that's usually like, the biggest selling point, and the fact you get everything like raw and unedited. So you can like hear people talking and like as much as like on a video sometimes you'll put like your vows over the top and you can see people moving about, but like in a couple of years maybe you don't have your granny anymore, but you've got like a conversation with her in the morning or something like unedited. One of my brides has lost someone really close to her recently, and I only done her wedding 2 months ago. So then she's got all of her from the bridal prep
Just
in the
little
morning. She's got
moments.
just like fixing her shoes and
Mm.
yapping away and eating her food. So she's got all of like the random bits that the videographer wouldn't have caught. So it's just all the unedited bits that you're going to get back, and you can just make all your own wee videos, and you can put bits together that you want to do, as well as all the bits that we'll obviously edit and send you.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
usually my wee pitch.
That's something that I think people forget about, actually, that as long as you've got the skill to do it, of course, that you've got all this kind of stuff that you can just
You can do it
put some
yourself.
bits together
Aye, you
yourself,
can
you know.
endlessly make
Endlessly,
as many
yeah.
reels as you
Kids
want.
version
Go
or
crazy.
aye,
Mhm.
aye. Because there's so many bits of the day that take the aisle moment for a start. You know, the bride, which is most of the time, of course, is X amount of bridesmaids coming down, kids and stuff like that. You guys catching that's brilliant, because they're just absolutely not a clue.
Yeah.
There's the funniest things into it, you know, kids walking the wrong way and
Picking their nose.
I love when they get to the bottom of the aisle and just bride. I love when people are confused on what
Where do I
aisle they're
go?
going to. And I'm like,
no.
you defos
Oh,
get told
man.
this 2 minutes ago what aisle you were going to, and you've
Aye.
just been so stressed out. You're like,
Where am I
aisle
going?
2, row 2,
Aye.
go.
Like the vows as well, you must capture this as well, you know, and I say to couples, this is one of your options. I'll have option whatever it is for the legal vows, and sometimes they're just so nervous that it hasn't been planned this way, but I can tell they're really nervous,
Mhm.
so that I, their full name, sincerely declare, end up like giving them it in baby steps, because you know that even though it's like a sentence with 5 words on it, they're going to fluff it.
Yeah.
I'll need like
Which
2
is
words
also
at a
quite
time when we
funny,
do
actually.
this.
Yeah, and you need to say all of those words correctly. Like if you mess it up, you need to
You do
repeat
it
it
again.
again.
Aye.
So it's better to just go 2 words at a time,
Mm.
and that's what we're going with.
Get it
Yeah.
right the first time.
Mhm.
So did you have a pitch on something that you kind of is the
I think
go-to?
just you can't put a price on memories. Like
Mm.
you only get to do this once.
Mm.
Why would you not want to watch it back?
Yep.
Yeah.
The more pictures, the better.
Yeah. I think you
Mm.
can never have enough content, video, photo, whatever it is. Like at the end of the day, like that's all you have left. Like
Yeah.
you know, your cake
Mm.
is gone, it's eaten. Your meal, it's gone. Your flowers are
All
dead.
you have is your partner.
Oh, you've
and
got
a
it.
ring.
I know. That's it.
Literally.
Literally that, and your photos and your video.
Yeah,
that's
that's all
it.
you've got.
Yeah.
So you want to look back and go, I look
Yeah.
freaking gorgeous as you're sitting on the couch and your joggies, with your hair up in a bun,
Yeah.
and a Chinese going, wow,
Absolutely.
I'm stunning.
You had this, and now you have this.
Exactly.
One question I've got actually is how, to all 3 of you, how you mentioned, because you reminded me there, Caitlin, about a photo or a clip. So
Mm.
do you consciously decide in any given moment that's a photo or that's a clip?
I don't think so.
Just
I
a
think there's
natural-
specific moments I'm like, I'll take a few photos here as well.
Uh-huh.
Like maybe the first kiss or something, or walking back up the aisle. But
Mhm.
I think primarily for me, it's always clips.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then if I remember, I'll take a few photos, but I wouldn't probably take photos over videos. I don't think.
Mhm.
Yeah, agreed.
I would only do a bit of a mix and put more thought into my photos when there's not a time crunch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when they're getting their photos, like their makeup, for example, I can be like, can you hover your hand with the blusher
Brush or
brush
something, uh-huh.
while I change mode and take a really nice photo because this lighting's cracking, because I've got the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's certain moments of the ceremony that is not to be messed around trying to change
No.
modes. Like no.
Aye.
Get it on
Yeah.
video, you can always pause it and screenshot it
Yeah.
after.
Of course.
to
And
do
when you're
something.
taking clips then, just so people understand, do you decide on a certain length or like a stop-start type thing, just so it's little chunks, or
I think it just depends what the kind of moment is.
Mhm.
You know, the full confetti, you would film it all.
Mhm.
Just depends on what the clip is, I
Speeches?
suppose.
Mixed feelings on this.
Yeah,
Depends
there's a
how
long
long they are,
speeches.
We're
George.
just watching each other there.
Used to offer it in full, and after a 35-minute speech, I
Aye,
decided
nah,
never
you're not
again
getting
am I
all
doing
that.
that.
Aye.
It's I don't have the sound technology to make that fantastic for
Mhm.
you.
Aye.
I would really rather capture it in clips because at the
Aye.
end of the day, then if I'm filming you, then I can't look at anybody else and
Mhm.
what's going on, and I'm
Yeah.
so
Aye,
focused
yeah.
about keeping that
Yeah.
person in focus.
Mm.
Absolutely.
So for me, nah, it's clips
Aye.
unless you specifically request it so
The
that I can
speeches
have.
can run on, can't they?
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
you've seen it. At least
Yeah.
with the ceremony, you're generally going to get 30 minutes in you, 40 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's a religious ceremony, because I know you guys will do
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
genres.
You know
of
what you're
type stuff.
getting.
You
Yeah.
kind of know that's where you're
Yeah.
going to that day, don't you?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And what have you? Dead or alive,
Mm.
if you could film the content of somebody,
Oh.
fictional or whatever, I've done this a few times on the pod, but it always goes down well. Who would it be?
I've got a dead and an alive.
Okay,
Oh.
you can have both.
Go for
I know.
Are they marrying each other?
I mean, I'm not sure they would want to.
Right. Oh, this is good.
Good point.
This
Yeah,
is
good
good.
point.
I'm like it already.
My dead would be Audrey Hepburn,
Right, wow.
just like the vintage feel of that. And
Right,
my alive would be Eminem.
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 Wow.
Do you like Eminem?
I love Eminem.
That guest list would be a
That's
belter,
fun. I would
by
love
the
the
way.
guests to
Invite
be
me
there.
as well.
That'd be a casual affair, wouldn't it? As in, like, dress-wise.
Yeah, they'd be there.
Aye. No, do you know what?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
I think that would be
I think that would be one of
those.
those that are so secretly bougie.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you dress up
You're
well.
like, "Oh, wow.
I did not expect you to say Eminem.
No, neither did I.
That's my hidden talent. I can do rap gods, so
Go.
no.
Lauren, what's yours?
Mine's is just a wee bit soppy.
Oh,
I'm going to say my mum and dad.
Oh.
Is that
Aw.
cringy? I don't know.
that's
Oh,
cute.
that's lovely.
Yeah, I just think, imagine getting to watch your mum and dad get married, like as an adult, and get to
Yeah.
capture it. Like the
Yeah.
tears would really be real.
Yeah. Yes, they would.
You can make it through the
No, I don't
you'll
think
moment,
so.
never mind anything else.
And mum
do
and dad
do
are
you
40
mean
years
like
married.
travel back in time version?
Oh.
Or them like they done it
Like
again?
a,
No.
that's a good one.
No, I think like OG 40
The
years
OG
ago,
would be
mum
cool,
and
wouldn't
dad
it?
getting married. Yeah.
I'd like to
Yeah.
do that and convince my mum not to let her wedding hat that I would have loved to have had, let my older sister turn it into an Easter bonnet.
That
She
did happen,
never.
yeah.
She did.
Oh no.
Looking at their wedding photos, she's got this gorgeous big hat on, and I always loved it because I always
Yeah.
loved to parent trap.
I was going to say, is it
I was
Parent Trap hat?
and I was
Can't
very
beat the
close
Parent
to
Trap.
wearing a top hat, so I was on my own wedding day. Was like looking at custom hat makers and everything, and I'm
Mm.
like, if she didn't let my older sister turn that into a bonnet,
That is sick.
Did she win the Easter bonnet competition?
do you know what? I
She
need to
better-
I
find
would
that
hope she
out.
did.
Do you know what? I'm
She
going to
better
say for my
have.
own peace of mind that she
Yeah,
did,
she did.
because otherwise it hurts my feelings.
So listen, right, let's wrap up with a blatant advert for you both. so Caitlin, where can people find your wonderful details?
I am on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Facebook. And I'm sure my name is just Candid Content. Pretty plain and simple. That's
Yep.
where you'll get me.
Magic, fantastic. And Lauren?
Something new content on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. also have a website.
Website, brilliant.
Fabulous.
Something new.
Somethingnewcontent.co.uk.
So listen, thank you so much for coming along to the pod and give yourself a wee plug there. And that'll do it for this episode. And I've been George.
I'm Caitlin, and we'll see you on the next one.